I haven't figured out why this needed to be in the oven for over an hour, but we'll get it in the oven. Okay, we're going to start with our, let's see where okay. I'm going to start with our, and this is a really easy one, our 2 cups of chicken, and it's cooked. It's just a rotisserie chicken, 2 cups. Half a cup of uncooked rice, and I chose to use the brown rice instant. I've got, let's see, that can of diced tomatoes, a can of the fat, this is 98% fat-free and 45% less sodium. So I think the sodium value is, let's see, 460. I believe on the fat-free can it was close to 800, and I can't even tell you what it was on the regular can. A can of corn with the peppers, and I think it just has peppers in there. We've got some 2% cheese, the low-fat cheese, and some tortilla chips, which we're not going to, even though they're not low-fat, we're not going to use a whole lot. And also a little bit of taco seasoning. Now you see in here that we're going for the less sodium in the processed foods that we're using, and taking it up in the taco seasoning. So we're not adding any salt to this, but using the salt in the taco seasoning, the extra salt in the soup, and the salt from the tortilla chips. Okay, and we need something to put this in. Let's try this. So we've got our baking dish. Let me just spray it a little bit. I believe we just dump everything in here. At least that's what I did before. Okay, so we're going to put our 2 cups of chicken in, already cooked. And if you have, like I said, this is, you can use leftover rotisserie chicken. If you wanted to cook a couple of chicken breasts yourself, that would be fine. There's our rice. There's our diced tomatoes. There's our corn with our peppers. Our soup. To kind of hold all this together. Our taco seasoning. And let's see, about a cup of cheese. Get our measuring cup out. If you have a scale, that would work too. A cup of cheese is about 4 ounces. I'm not going to lose any of this. Okay. And this is a pretty good, easy recipe. I think it's real hearty. I think you could get by with not really believing that this is, you know, if you're kind of like, oh, I gotta have really crappy food. I think this would be one where, you know, there's a lot of chicken, nacho chicken casseroles out there. And I think this is all too about just watching what you're eating. And you know, one of my things is let's get away from the processed foods. And yes, they're convenient. Use them in moderation. A lot of them are coming in with the fat-free and especially the low sodium now. Fat-free's been around for a while. But the lower sodium in the soups, in the chicken broth that we're going to use later on. So it's kind of good to see that you've taken the control out of the manufacturer's hands or the food processor's hands and put them in your hands. So then you can add as much or as little salt as you want. Okay. I'm sure this will help to kind of steam the rice a little bit and keep that tender. Okay. that looks good. Okay. Oh, I put it over here where I can find it. All right. That's about a 1/4 cup. Put the cheese on it. That's probably a cup of chips. All right, get that back in the oven for a couple minutes. Everything that's cooked. Okay.